It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. I'm here.
Now Wilson to throw again. Looking deep for Jennings. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Alert. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You ain't doing nothing today.
Play action. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the run. Watch the ship.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
We got 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They're running it. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First down, Arizona.
Here we go. Henry. Hey, come on now. Come on. Shit. Watch the shit.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And it's a fumble. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Bound to lose one. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Here's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Murray now, 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 43. Kill. Alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Double dog. That's the way. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check 15.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Hey. 24 is the mic. Watch the out. 24 is the mic.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 3. Watch twins. Safe.
Now Eckler. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Get him, boys.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check. Boom. Watch the slats.
From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert. Mike's 56. Squeeze, double.
Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Crash.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Target. Check 31. Got it. Check 49.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will not be able able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Now it's Murray. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pick. Up there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back. They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
No. 36.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Second down and goal. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Hooper, as the first half is winding down, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Tavecchio to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You must hurry.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Set, hut, 50, turn off.
In your face.
Check 13.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Right there in the middle. 55.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
First down, Arizona.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First down, Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
Another carry now for Edmonds. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
24 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shotgun now from Murray. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Hooper. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
You.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's see what you got.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. That you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds his man Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
This one away by the punter, Dar. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coach...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the safety creep. Slam. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And the blitz does come. And able to find Kirk complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
First down, Cardinals.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Undercrook. Check.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run with Edmonds. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I know he ain't got it.
Here's Edmonds. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
59. Mike's 59. Here I come.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. One last shot for Wilson. Buying time to his left. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Arizona, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.